Closer to my dream. I'm a gold digger. Gold, not gold, by the way. I'm Stephanie-Nicole, bringing you another installment of Digging Deeper. Today we're digging deeper with our September Gold Digger of the Month, Deja Bryson.
Hola, what's up?
So Deja, tell me what it is that you do.
I'm an artist. I make music, I perform, I create things, and I give them to people to judge.
Oh, can you give me an example of how, I already heard the voice. I already know what we're working with here, okay? Okay? Y'all gotta Google her, okay?
Y'all ever seen Coming to America? When he was like, she's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who do whatever His Highness desires.
She gonna pick that.
That's what I be doing, y'all.
She's like, that's my thing.
I'm kind of
so, what inspired you to be so creative and be an entrepreneur?
I'm definitely inspired just by life. I'm inspired by art, of course. I grew up around a lot of concerts, and my mom sold art when I was a kid, and we traveled pretty much all over the country with our little displays, and we were just exposed to so many different creative vendors and other types of artists. So I think that had a really, really big impact. And to see my mom pay her bills with, a hustle she created, that definitely had a really, really big impact on me. So
that's absolutely inspirational. I did not know that about you. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Or your mommy. See, I knew Deja from a long time ago. I worked with her in high school, so I've known her such a long time, and to see her blossom and develop like this, it's just so good to see, because I'm all about that gold diggerhood. So
gold digger.
So in this creative world that you live in, what are some of the challenges and struggles you've had to deal with?
Let's see. Most challenging thing is meshing your passion for something with the business aspect of it, because ultimately that's not what I care about. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not motivated by things anymore. That used to be like, oh, I want to mention and I want to be on the cover of every magazine, and that's no longer the case. So blending, being passionate and loving what I do with being able to sell it and make it into, a lucrative business, that's probably the most challenging part of the business aspect. Creatively, the hardest thing is to follow your own trend. And for me, one of the things because I've always admired artists, I'll watch a Beyonce show and go, I just want to throw away everything I came up with and I want to do that. But it's like, I'm not Beyonce. And so it's like that with so many people. I want to sing an Aretha Franklin song, and I admire her so much that it's like, she sings it way better than I could sing it, so I try to sing it like her. And every time I would try to adopt a person's thing, it just wouldn't work, ever. I just could never do it like them. So it took me a very, very long time to just be like, just do it how you would do it. And that always works much better.
Totally. So can you tell us some of the benefits of being an entrepreneur and a creative being?
Benefits of being an entrepreneur. Well, obviously, no one likes to be micromanaged or, underneath someone. So to be your own boss is really beautiful. Obviously with that comes a lot of responsibility and discipline, but if that's what you're interested in, it's a very huge asset. Creativity is fun. It's like going to work, you're not wearing a whack wardrobe or some button up with someone else's logo. I mean, for me, work is whatever I want, however I feel. Today I'm wearing my real hair, tomorrow I might want a wig to my waist. So to be able to be yourself, however you're feeling in that moment. Because creative people are very like spur of the moment, like, well, today I want red hair. Right. So, I mean, that's really cool. But I'd say the biggest benefit of being an entrepreneur or a creative person in general is that most of us have a message. And the capacity to kind of touch people and be humanitarian and I guess a bit of a philanthropist is really what art is about to me. And being an entrepreneur to me is the same as being an artist, because you're creating something pretty much from nothing and, you know, going with it with your own ideas. So yeah, like to be able to have a message with something, whether it's a product or a service that you provide, and it has your own touch and people can look at it and say, that's Deja or that's Stephanie, and that's your own thing. That's really, really cool.
So, do you have any advice for aspiring or fellow entrepreneurs?
Sure. My advice is follow your own advice. I think the biggest issue everyone has in this whole world is we are always trying to not make mistakes, or always trying to be picture perfect. And you know, it's like wearing makeup. You want to have like no lines and no this, but natural beauty is the most beautiful. So when it comes to wanting to do something, aspiring to be someone, nobody can really tell you how to be you. And as much advice as you can take, I mean, that's fine, because you can save yourself some heartache and time. But ultimately, you're just gonna have to build your own way and mess up and waste time and waste money. I've done some shows and some events where no one showed up, and it's just, what can you do? My thing was kill it. Like the crowd is huge. And some of those turned out to be great experiences. Sometimes I would do a party and hire an artist thinking they would have this big draw, and I would lose money. I've dated people that I've been told don't date this person, and it turns out exactly how I was told, but it didn't make sense to me until I actually did it. I mean, things with art, you know, I've heard a lot of stuff like, don't use so much electric guitar, tone down your singing on this one, or, you know, you could be a little bit more robust here, or why aren't you putting out more albums, or, you know, why don't you move to LA, or, you know, why don't you shut up and just let me do Deja. And the thing about it is, even if you have all this expert advice, each expert has something different to say. And it's so funny because you don't ever really know who to follow. Yeah, so I mean, with advice is really just go for it. If you have a burning feeling to try something out, and that's what's dominating your thoughts, roll with it. At the end of the day, that's going to be your best teacher, to just do it. Right.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you
for being an inspiration to fellow gold diggers, fellow entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring creative individuals.
Right.
And I want to thank you so much so that I bring you a nice little gold
Oh,
digger shirt.
thank you. Can I cut it up?
Gold digger. You can go ahead and do all of that.
All right. I love it. It has
welcome,
lipstick.
You know, I had to put that in there, you know, my makeup artistry. I had to do what I had to do.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, babe. You're so welcome. Thank you, Deja, and thank you, fellow gold diggers, for tuning in for our September Gold Digger of the Month, Deja Bryson. So if you're looking for a sign, this is it, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. This is Stephanie-Nicole with Gold Digger Management. Smooches. You saw it?